Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tony with TD Newton. Today I want to talk about how you can change someone's opinion or alter their actions or behavior without losing them forever from your life. So have you ever seen that scene from The Matrix where Neo is talking to Morpheus and he gets put into the simulation where Morpheus shows him the reality that he actually lives in? He shows him that his entire life he's been living in a construct, a computer-generated reality. And outside of that reality, the entire world, the real world, is actually a post-apocalyptic wasteland run by machines that use humans as batteries because the humans had destroyed the ecosystem in order to block the sun from fueling these creatures. Neo's first reaction is anger, fear, denial. Almost all the exact same emotions that someone feels when they lose a loved one, right? The stages of grief. You might see the same example in something like Star Wars. In The Empire Strikes Back, when Luke Skywalker is hanging onto a railing and Darth Vader reaches out his hands and he says, "I am your father." And he goes, "No, it's not true. No," right? So this is the reaction that you might get from someone when you're sharing an unpopular opinion or truth about their personality, for example, or it's maybe a subject you've studied and you know what the truth is, right? Like, I like to argue with women about things like the gender wage gap, which doesn't exist, and I have evidence and I know it to be true. But if I say that to someone who's been indoctrinated for half their life with propaganda, and the mainstream media bias machine, their Facebook feeds, etc., it's really hard to get past their dogma. So they get angry, right? Or if I talk about the truth of female and male psychology, a lot of the times this has to do with politics or gender, things like that. People will get angry, right? Why? Well, it's denial, fear, right? So if you want to change someone's opinion, it has to be their idea. So in The Matrix, there's the concept of the red pill. You take the red pill and you know the truth. You take the blue pill and you go back to La La Land where everything is peachy keen and you can be a good little drone and follow the rules and don't rock the boat and live in a fantasy land, right? So when you take the red pill, you learn the truth, but that comes at a cost. In that your entire paradigm might be shifted. The whole way you view reality changes. And that can be very terrifying, especially when you've built your entire identity around a set of ideas that defines for you who you are. That's what your ego does. Your ego is constantly pinging reality to find out where you fit, to find out if what you're saying and what you believe in is true, if what other people are telling you is true. Our mind constantly does this. Even right now, as I tell you this, you're going, is that true? Is that true? Is that true? That's what humans do. We're is that true robots, basically. Right? So if you want to change someone's opinion or get them to do something, to influence them, to change their behaviors, you have to make it seem like it's their idea. So, have you ever had your mother come into your room when you were a kid and say, "Your room is filthy. I want you to clean your room." And you go, "Fuck off, Mom. You don't know anything about my life. My room's not even dirty. Get out of here. I'm trying to play Dota and whack off." Right? And then she leaves in tears. And, you look around your room and you see some filthy socks in the corner. There's a bunch of dead cockroaches congregating on your windowsill. You got candy bar wrappers everywhere, used tissues. And you think, my room is really filthy. Now, you might ignore that, but at some point you're probably going to clean. Now, what would be your motivation to clean? Would it be because your mother is crying? Possibly. But more likely, you're going to start thinking of the benefits to yourself if you clean this room. You're going to go, actually, I need some space. I need some space in here. I need to clean this up. And you're going to be intrinsically motivated to clean. So, for example, someone tries to give you some dating advice, and they say you're a guy, and you've been a nice guy your whole life, and you finally get a girl, you get a girlfriend, and you're dating her, and then she starts to lose attraction for you. She starts to act in ways that you don't like. She starts to not text you back. You get angry and you cling to her even more. You try to be even nicer to her and nicer to her. And the nicer you are, the more revolted and disgusted she is because you are rewarding her for shitty behavior. She's treating you bad and you're being nicer, right? So someone comes along and says, you know what, if you were actually a bit more aloof, if you had your own interests and maybe you started looking to some other girls to date, she might become attracted to you again. Now, this is so contrary to everything you've heard your whole life about being a nice guy, a genuine guy, to respect the woman, right? And you get angry. No, it's not true. I'm not a sleazy guy. I'm not a douchebag. Get out of here. So what happens is a few years later, you're still with this girl and you're both miserable. You're making each other miserable and you get divorced and it costs you half of everything you own. And she's miserable as well, but at least she got some money out of it. But now she's a single parent. And you're at your rock bottom. And then you kind of, somewhere in your subconscious, this idea bubbles up, hey, maybe I should be a bit more assertive. Maybe I should practice approaching women. Maybe I should, change the way I behave a little bit, the way I think, improve my life. What a great idea. I'm going to get online and Google that. I'm going to read some books because it's now your idea. So if you're trying to influence somebody, you don't want to lecture them. Over and over and over. Yo, you need to get a new job if you hate your job. Yo, you need to wash your car if it's dirty. And then just keep saying it over and over and over. All you need to do is say it once. And that person that you're trying to give that advice to, they are going to get angry. Trust me. They're going to get pissed off, say, stop lecturing me, stop telling me what to do. But the seed is in there. It's in there. It's in their mind. It's in their subconscious now. What will happen is that when they hit rock bottom, it will come out as their own idea. Right? Do you know how many people told me to start a YouTube channel? Tony, you should start a YouTube channel. You should start a YouTube channel. And I said, oh, no, I don't want to. And then they would get mad. And they say, oh, you have a gift. You're not using it. You're not reaching your full potential. And I say, shut up. I know what I'm doing with my life. Years go by. I think, hey, I should start a YouTube channel. Right? My idea. My idea. It has to be your idea. If you want to change someone's opinion, lead by example. Tell them once, tell them twice, and let it go. Then lead by example. When they see that you're making these gains in your life, they're going to look and they're going to go, hey, you know what? I have an idea. I'm going to try to do that too. You ever heard that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink? A cliche? Well, it's true. But you can lead that horse to the water, make it see that the pool is there. So the horse knows it can come back in its own time and drink whenever it wants. That's how you're going to change someone's opinion. And for yourself, maybe people are giving you advice and pissing you off because they're lecturing you all the goddamn time. First off, they shouldn't be lecturing you. They should just be giving you some advice and moving on with their own life. But if you're the person that's lecturing other people all the time, or you're being lectured to, ask yourself this. Is there a possibility that I'm wrong? That I'm wrong about my political belief? That thing I'm so sure about, maybe I'm not so sure. Maybe I should do some more investigation. Do I actually have the life experience and the data, empirical evidence that this is true, what I believe? My religion, my spirituality, my business ideas, my sexual identity, whatever it is, your politics. Could you be wrong? If there's this tiniest 1% possibility that you're wrong, then it requires more investigation. Never believe that you know everything. There's an old Operation Ivy song, a punk band I love. And they have lyrics that go, all I know is that I don't know. All I know is that I don't know nothing. Right? That's a Buddhist philosophy. All I know is that I don't know nothing. So guys, I hope this helps you. Ladies, I hope this helps you even more. Those stubborn people in your life. And with expanding your own consciousness and growing like a tree in the desert. Not that trees can grow in the desert. That was a bad metaphor. Anyway, I'm Tony. Like and subscribe to this. Otherwise, I'm going to pinch a kitten. There's one right next door. I'm going to go over there right now and pinch it. Leave a comment, share it, all that shit. Till next time.